What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You're a returning subscriber as always, guys. Welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, you know, on my channel, I do a lot of stories. Some of them strange, some of them funny, some of them just, I leave you speechless. Such is the case with the one I'm about to show you right now. This story right here really broke my heart. You see this little girl up here? Standing there with the police? There's a reason why she's standing there. And I do stories on child abuse sometimes, and they're very hard for me to do. But I feel as though, you know, on my platform, I want to at least bring light to some of this stuff. You know, when you hear about a child getting hurt or whatever, it puts you in a frame of mind as a parent of what you would do or how it's even possible that children can be left in vulnerable situations like the one I'm going to show you right now. And this took place last night. And shout out to On Crime TV on YouTube. This is their video. This is not mine. And I want to talk to you about this 2-year-old girl, if she's 2 years old, that was found wandering the street late at night in a Los Angeles neighborhood. I think the neighborhood is Westlake. Shout out to Los Angeles, Cali, period. Just take a look at this and let's really come back and talk about this.
Yeah, we have a picture. What's your name? First address. Where's your mommy? Over here? Where do you still? Mom's over here? You want to sit down on the car? You want to sit in the car? It's okay. Okay. What's your name? Mom was over there? ¿Se presentó con los papás? No. What's your name? What's your name? Want to watch videos? It's okay, it's okay. Look. Look. The baby shark? Want to hold it?
All right, guys, I must admit, when I seen that video, it really shook me up. I mean, it did. Here you got a little girl Didn't seem like she could talk. She could just point. So I think she's barely 1 year old. Alone and vulnerable out in the street where it's not even safe for grown-ups. Here you got a little girl walking up and down the street with big people's shoes on. Now that man that you seen in that video in the beginning, putting the coat on her, is the one that found her walking, wandering in the middle of the night down the street. I don't understand what's going on nowadays. There are a lot of stories out here in the past of children found wandering in the street, sometimes in snowstorms where they found frozen to death, getting out of apartment buildings, things like that. Maybe it's me, but I can't understand how something like this can happen unless you have somewhat careless parenting skills. Now, granted, kids will sneak out and stuff like that, but I mean, a child that age, you would make sure she sleep before you go to sleep. And usually a baby that young is close to you enough where if she makes a sound or whatever, you know she's up. Children this young are not smart enough to creep around without making noise to get out of a house. Think about it. We have lost, in my opinion, a lot of us, the value of what our children are. We have lost. This little girl should not have been outside. She could have fell victim to some type of sick person. A stray dog could have attacked her. Anything could have happened. She could have got lost, fallen, gotten hurt, got hit by a car. Anything. Once your children leave out of your sight and they go out that door into that new world, big world, to them, that's like leaving them in the woods in the wilderness. It is. I'm sure this wasn't intentional, but it was some careless, carefree parenting that sometimes think when children are young, they're not as smart enough to turn a doorknob or put on big people's shoes and go walking out in the street. This is a young person, a baby with a young mind that's constantly learning and watching you. She had enough sense to put shoes on. It didn't fit, but she did. Seeing that little girl with her little afro puff, she was the cutest thing ever. I remember when my little girl was that young. When little girls at an age like that, they're at their cutest. Why would you not protect that? Seriously, my little girl at that age, don't leave my sight. Wherever I go, she go. She love her dad. Still do. This right here, man, it hurt me because it's like I seen my child. Like I said at the beginning, you see stuff, we do these things about children. It infuriates because you see your child. Ain't no way my child be out there like that. And if she was, and I wasn't living with the mother or whatever, somebody getting their head cracked. Anything could happen to my baby out there. Anything. That's sad. Fortunately, she was found in time. But there are a lot of other ones out here that are not so lucky. Crappy parents oftentimes make crappy parents later on down the line. Now, this girl is too young to know that she was lost or whatever like this. But it's like, children watch what we do. They don't do what we say. They do what we do. Luckily, this girl is young. But I mean, I've seen when I was younger, especially when the crack epidemic hit and stuff, you would see stuff like this all the time. Babies crying, babies knocking on doors, babies in neighborhoods where you're like, who kid is this? This story here, this child here, guys, they couldn't find out where she lived. You heard her crying? And I was sad. All she could do was point. They had to take her to the station. This was yesterday this happened. So I don't know what's going on with the story, but I hope the little girl's okay. And I hope it's a mistake that she was out there. Because if she's out there like this, that's scary, man. That's a scary thought. We got to protect our kids. We got to make sure they asleep before we asleep. We got to stay on them, man. It's like we got a broken sense of family now. And it's tearing us apart from the inside out. And this is affecting all of us. Not just in the Black community, just all of us, period. A lot of us come from broken homes. Ain't got nothing to do with race, but the feeling's still the same. Pain, suffering, guilt, depression, all that is universal. We human beings. It affects everybody. Ain't no way you can look at a child, no matter what color it is, and not feel something for the child. Children are generational assets, people. They're only liabilities when they're poorly planned and they're brought into this world without a long-term goal. Being a parent takes sacrifice, especially being a mother. And a lot of you ladies out there know that you got to give up a lot to just deal with your children on a day-to-day level to get their needs fulfilled. It's better when you have two parents in the home like it's supposed to be. But I mean, the narrative is shifting and things aren't the way they're supposed to be with the outcome. Having a baby sometimes almost like marriage. People think marriage is going to be forever. It don't always work out like that. Having a baby with somebody you think you're going to raise them together, it don't always work out like that. Regardless of the factors, this is a reality that faces us. I don't know if this child has a mother and a father, but I mean, I can't see two parents in the house and this little girl making all that noise with them floppy shoes going out the door and they didn't catch that. We got to do better. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.